the night, it is her I'll be holding. I love you so. Hey, that's what.
Good day, this is Tosh of the AdCreate Society, and today we're going to create a graffiti animation that looks something like this. Okay, to start off, go on and make a new project, and then go and make a new composition. For the composition name, type in any title you want, make the preset NTSCDV, then set the width and height to 720 by 480, set the duration to 10 seconds, then click OK. Now you'll see that you'll have a 10-second composition. Now go and click the text tool up here and then type in the text that you would want to create. I downloaded the font named Tags Extreme and I'll use it for my text. Go resize and reposition the text however you want it to be. I'm going to enlarge the letters A and C of the text just to stylize it a bit. Now go and grab the pen tool and start drawing paths around the text. I'll just do it very quickly. So you'll see that it doesn't really need to be perfect. The pen tool in After Effects is just the same as those of the Photoshop or Illustrator. If you don't know how to use the pen tool, then I suggest that you look for online tutorials. You just need to know the basics of it. Now when you're done drawing paths on a letter, you can set the next points outside the letters, because your goal here is just to set paths just how you want the letters to reveal in the order that you want. When you're done, go to Effect, Generate, and then click Stroke. Then you see over here in your Effects Control panel that you've applied the effect. Go on and adjust the brush hardness to 100% and then increase the brush size just enough so that you cover the whole text. You have to cover all of the text with a brush stroke, so you don't want to see any reds in there. But you also don't want to make the brush very big. Just limit the size just enough to cover the width of the letters. A better option for you would be to grab the selection tool or press letter V, then drag the points and pass so you would cover the original text, just like what I'm doing right now. When you're done, change the paint style into Reveal Original Image. Then click the button over here to toggle the path visibility. Then you'd see that if you animate the end parameter here, the text would begin to reveal itself. Now to animate the text, go to the timeline and go to the 2.5 second mark. Then click the end stopwatch. Then go back to the timeline, move to the beginning of the timeline, and change the end parameter to 0%. Then if you preview it, you'd see that you've animated the text. For the next step, create another composition. I'll name it to wall and floor. Then I'll leave the other settings as is. Then click OK. Go to the project window, double click the empty space on the project window to import the file. Then I'm going to import an image of a wall that I got from DeviantArt. It's something that looks like this. Drag it from the project window onto the workspace. Then zoom out and resize it. Click the wall layer and then press Command or Ctrl D to duplicate. Then you'd notice that you have two similar layers. Right click the bottom layer and choose Rename and name it Floor. Then rename the top layer into Wall. And then over here where there's a cube icon, this makes the layers into 3D layers. Check it for both the layers. Then go to Layer, New, then choose Camera. Let the preset be 35mm, then click OK. Choose the camera tool over here or press C on your keyboard. Then, if you press C over and over, you would be toggling the different camera tools. So, play with it. Select the floor layer, then choose the rotate tool on the top bar or press the letter W on your keyboard. Then click on the red axis, which is the X-axis, and rotate the floor layer to make it perpendicular to the wall layer. Then grab the select tool and move the blue arrow or the Z-axis to place it on the bottom of the wall layer. Now move the green arrow or the Y-axis forward. And you'll have something that looks like this. Go to Layer and then New, then select Light. Make sure the light type is set to point. Then set the color to pale yellow. Let the intensity be something like 150% and then click OK. Grab the select tool again and then move the light to the spot you prefer. Just play with it until you find the right spot. I'll leave it like that. Then select the floor layer, then go to Effect, Color Correction, and then choose Curves. Pull the curves down and then go back to Effect, Color Correction, and now choose Hue and Saturation. Adjust the Master Hue dial slightly to the left. Now we're ready to place the text we made earlier into our composition. Go to the project window, select the text composition we made earlier, then drag it to the workspace. Now you'd see that the text is animated in front of the wall, but we want it to be leaning against the wall. So click the drop down arrow of the wall layer here, then click transform, then click the position parameter, copy it using Ctrl or Command C, Then paste it on the text composition layer by pressing Command or Control V. Go grab the camera tool and you'll see that the text rests well on the wall. Use the select tool to reposition the text and resize it to your own liking. Once that's done, set the tracking mode into classic color burn. Then you'll notice that it now got a very nice effect that complements the wall. Now select the wall layer, then choose Effect, Stylize, then choose Motion Tile. Go to the project window and then increase the output width. Using the camera tool, zoom in to the text. And from there, increase again the output width. Then tick the mirror edges option to create a nice wall extension. Do the same for the floor. Now you'd see that we've made a very nice 3D wall and floor atmosphere using only an image. Next, select the camera layer and then press P on your keyboard. Then hold down Shift, then A to show these two parameters here. Then grab the camera tool and move the time slider to the left. Highlight both of the parameters and then click the stopwatch button on their left. Then move the time marker across time to the 2.5 second mark and then change the camera view into how you want to end the animation. So I'm gonna zoom it a little like this. I think that looks great. Now if we press the RAM preview button over here, we'll see how our animation has taken shape. It may take a while for it to fully render, so just wait for it. There you have it, a quick tutorial on how to make a 3D graffiti animation. I hope you learned a lot in this tutorial. You can use the different techniques shown in this tutorial and apply it on your own creative works. Once again, this is Tosh of the AdCreate Society. Thank you for watching.